Okay, today we're going to be working with advanced image blocks in Neve 2.6.7. Specifically, we're going to be working with the stackable image blocks. If you're new to this, that's not a type, it's a brand. I also have other blocks in Spectrum. So to get started, let's create a column. So, now you'll notice I have more than one option for column available, because I have more than one type of block system available. As far as the stackable blocks are concerned, those are the hot pink ones here, so we're going to pick that. We're going to do a 50-50 split. We're going to come back over here to list view. We're going to click on columns to make sure this is selected the way we need it to be. And we're going to come back over to the toolbar where it says align. We're going to click full width. This is something that we are going to come back to later. So go back, select column. Let's go to style. Click background, background color, make it white. I'm going to come back over here and we're going to add a block. We're going to add a heading block. Specifically, we're adding the stackable heading block. Alright, now I move the mouse and hey, the toolbar pops right back up, so click the three buttons, select Add After. This time we want text. There's more than one way to add text. We're going to use the hot pink stackable text. And I think I have some typesetting text already saved, so yes I do. There we go. And the toolbar pops back up, so we click the three dots again. We go to Add After. This time we are going to be adding social media buttons. Again, the stackable ones. Now right away, I don't like this look. So we're going to start here with the Facebook icon. We're going to go way over here to style. We're going to click on the styles drop down. We're going to select plain. And we're going to go through one by one and change these to plain. Obviously there are other options for how you can make them look, but plain is what I'm doing. Okay, now the problem with this is they're too small. So we're going to go down a little bit further to where it says icon. I think 33 ought to be good. 33 pixels. All right, great. We're going to go through each one and select 33. Okay, so far so good. You know, before we forget, let's go up to the top here. Let's select that, the top of the column again, and let's scroll down, actually be under layout, to maximum width. With what we're designing, 900 pixels, 1500 pixels, anything in between would look good. I'm going to go with 1170. You'll see later what I mean by that. So we're going to go over here to our other column, and we're going to add two more columns. Again, 50-50. Select columns over here on the list view. We're going to, under the layout tab, go down to inner column spacing. We're going to set that to 0. Column gap, we're going to set that to 24 pixels. Row gap, 24 pixels. Okay. We're going to select one of these, make it an image block, and we're going to make the height 200 pixels. We're going to go over here. We're going to make it an image block. I'm going to back over here under style, make it a height of 200 pixels. Now for each one of these, we are going to duplicate them. So just with one highlighted, go down on here and click duplicate. We can go over here to the next one, select duplicate. Alright, now we're going to add our images. And you know what? I know it's kind of 2008, but let's go ahead and make a lightbox effect out of them too. Alright. Actually, no, let's not. Alright, add our next image. We're just using some patterns here. There's no real aim to this, so it's kind of abstract. It's just an example of a type of layout that you can construct yourself. Just randomly picking some patterns here. And there we are. Okay. So far so good. I'll tell you what, let's preview what we have. Someday, eventually. I am running this on local, it's not on online, so. Alright, we're getting there. So I see one problem here. Do you see it? Let's go back here. We want to go to this column here and select it. So the inner column section under list view is what we want. Back over here under layout, we want to go down to column alignment. Now I'm hovering over center. I want you to watch what happens. When I click center, I want you to watch what happens over here where it says check out our pages and has the buttons. Alright, so I'm going to click it. Now that is vertically aligned center. So when we preview it again, it's essentially done at this point. You will notice looks a lot better. Alright, now I said we were going to be coming back to something. In order to point this out, I'm going to change the background of this to green. It's kind of hideous for that, but so when we got started, we went to the parent column block, and I said to go over here to align and select full width. So by selecting full width and constraining the contents, this is what we've done. So the entirety of the column stretches from page to page. It's full width. Meanwhile, the contents are constrained to 1,170 pixels. You could use 1,500 pixels, 900 pixels, whatever looks best. Now, let's say, for example, you don't want that to stretch across an entire section. We'll come back here. Again, click on columns at the top, the parent block. Go here, select none. Let's preview that again. And there you have it. Alright. While we're at it, here, let's move this spacer up to the very top. Let's give ourselves some room to work. Okay. While we're at it, let's do something similar, but let's do an e-commerce spin on this basic design. So with this spacer selected, we're gonna go up here, select add after, and actually I'm gonna lower that spacer down a little bit. Okay, and once again, column, and once again we're gonna go with the stackable column. Once again, 50-50. And once again, we're going to make it full width, which of course we can undo. And you know, while we're here, let's just go ahead and go to layout and go down, and let's go ahead and set the width now. Okay, so we're going to go back. So we created a 2-column layout. We're going to go to the first one. Now what we want here is a heading, so we're going to use the stackable heading. Let's say this is our latest products. We're going to be a little bit more fancy with this. So back over on the right hand side here, under the Style tab, under Typography, we're going to click the little pencil here. We're going to set the font to DM Sans. We're going to set the weight to bold. You know what we've got to do? We've got to set the background color. Let's go ahead and do that right now. that'll work. Alright, so back down to the latest products. Again, the toolbar pops up, so we click the three dots. Add after. I'm going to do something a little different here. Now, I said we were using the stackable blocks. I ran into a formatting problem earlier, so I'll tell you what. Let's do this first. Let's just go ahead and add some texture. I'm gonna also change this to a 16-point font. We're gonna go back up to typography again. Font family, DM sans, weight, bold, and you know what? Let's actually make the text color white. And then let's go back up to where it says our latest products, and let's make that text color white. Okay, now this is where I ran into a problem and I had to switch to a different type of block. So we want to go ahead and once again do add after, but this time, well, we're going to create another two-split column. Alright, and we are going to add, we're going to add a list but we're not, or let's try icon list. Okay, we're not going to do the stackable list though. We're going to do, I think this icon list is from OtterBlocks. Anyway, it'll do what we want it to do. Alright, so first things first, let's try select all that. I'm going to go up to icon picker on the right hand side. Oh, it's starting to slow down on me. Type in, I personally am going to go to the circle. Scroll down a bit. Circle. Content color, which would be the color of the circle. Oh, no. Be the color of the text. Excuse me. Icon color. White. Alright. And we can call these whatever we want. We're just going to leave them as list item. So we're going to go over here. We're going to do the same thing. Alright. Try and select those. Not the easiest thing. Okay, there we go. Go back over to icon picker. And hope it didn't just lock up on me. Okay, circle. You have 40 gigabytes of RAM and it's still not enough for this. Alright. Just don't feel like that is selected. Oh. There we go. Alright, content color. White. No. Content color. White. Icon color. White. Okay. Now we need to add something up to this. Which may not be easy because of the way we went about this. Alright, we'll get there. Alright. I want to know what we want. What we want here, We'll go down here. Let's just pick the icon list. And there we go. Add after. And run a button. And we will be using the stackable button. Alright, except we don't want it there. So we're going to go ahead and delete it. We can go back over here. Let's get rid of that. Alright. So we're going to go to this icon list. We'll get there. So you would think 40 gigs of RAM would be enough. Here we go. This icon list. Alright. No. Alright, let's pick that. Now. There we go. Add after. Alright. Button. Buy now. And let's see. Gonna go ahead and just like borders and shadows. And I don't know about you, but I like round buttons, so I'm gonna make it a round button. Go down to shadow outline. Set 6. I'm gonna click on this gear icon here. I'm gonna go to shadow opacity. There we go. Now, if you didn't notice what happened there, that now has a drop shadow, and it's darkens when you move over it. Okay. Now we need a product. Unfortunately, I don't think I have anything in here image-wise that would actually be a suitable product. Let's see what we got. Let's sell the internet. How about that? Let's see if this fits. Alright, close enough. Let's do something funky here. Let's have that selected. Let's go to let's do something unusual with this. Go ahead and select it. No, not like that. Style, image. Let's go down and down. What do we got here? Image shape. Let's mess with this. Alright, this is the free version, so I only have a few options. Let's go ahead and pick that. Alright, great. Now, let's go ahead and preview what we have. And we're gonna do some fun stuff with this. But it's always good to make sure you don't skip the steps. So, okay. Alright. And that button is way too... select the button. Oh, we'll come back to that. Alright, anyway. We are going to make this none instead of full width. And we're going to give it a huge border radius. We're going to give it a shadow. And what is more, let's see what we can do here. We're going to give it a gradient. Alright, so one of our color number 1 is that light blue. Let's add red. Let's see what that does. Ooh, that might be a little too red. There we go. Alright. Let's preview that. There we go. That button is still not exactly where I want it. What we need is some space. So we'll go ahead and add a spacer. That's a bit too much space. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, come on. 40 gigs are in. Come on. Let's see what this looks like. And I say that looks pretty darn good. So that's what we accomplished today with our advanced image headings, mostly using the stackable blocks, a little bit of otter blocks, and that's it for today.